Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. We are so excited about today and the news that we have coming forth. I just want to see you come on in the room. So come on in the room, people. Come on in the room on this Wednesday morning. Hello to everyone. Just come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. It is so good to see you again on this morning. I see you coming in here. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're catching us on the replay, I just want to say good morning to all of you who are coming in here on the replay. We are so excited about today. We are so excited about today and the news that we are bringing you on today. Some of you may not realize this, but I am combing through the news. I am researching through the news all day long, and it gives me life because I take that news and I bring it right here to all of you. I see you coming in here. We haven't done this since I returned, but I'm going to do this today. I see you, Diane Ladybug. I see you, Pastor Antoinette. I see you, Karen. I see you, Diane. I see you, Latrice Jones. I see you, Paige Dixon. How's it going in Texas, girl? I see you, Donita. I see all of you. Yep, we haven't done the shout outs, but I decided today I want to call out a few names just to let you know I do see you. We won't do that all the time, but in times like today, I'm having an opportunity to give you a shout out. I see you, Yvonne. I see you. Yeah, I know y'all kind of missed that. I was getting some emails saying you no longer call out names in the morning. And I'm like, do I have to? So I see all of you. I see Pastor Antoinette saying, come on, Romper Room. Yep, I've been missing doing that. And I thought I would do that today. I see you, Kenny Stanley. I see you, Shirley Nicholson. I see you, Dr. Kim Carter. I see you, Patricia Laus. I see you. Nope, I'm not going to do it often. And I was telling the team the other day, I said, it's kind of hard not shouting out the names. And I said, but it has saved us so much time to be able to get to the news that I understand our reasoning for having to cut that out. I see you, Regina Short. I see all of you. So I wanted to shout out just a few names this morning to let you know I still see you in the room. I see you, Kimberly Graves House, Charlotte, North Carolina, girl. Are you in Charlotte or Tennessee? I can't never remember. But I see all of you. I really do. So I just thought I would throw that in there since you was in here early. I decided to shout out your names. Everyone who's on YouTube and on the other platforms, I want to say good morning to you as well. If you're watching the replay, this may be your morning, your afternoon, or your evening. And I just want to make sure I say a blanket hello to all of you. And before I stop all the shout outs, okay, Nashville, my fault. I see Deborah Sneed in here as well. So y'all just got a special treat this morning to get the shout outs. I've gotten some inbox messages saying, hey, I said good morning like 3 times. You didn't see me. And here's 2 things I want to share. Number one, we've kind of cut that out as we come back to our season, what we're calling our season 2. And number 2, when I get into the news, I don't see what's happening coming through the thread unless the team is feeding it into me. And half the time they're following my beat. So they miss it as well. So, and I see Hester coming in here also. Y'all, it is Wednesday, September the 15th, 2021, and it's time for the Wednesday headlines on News in Motion. I am your host, Gail Dudley. Yes, I am. That's who I am. Oh, Kimberly, like, I missed the shout outs. Look, believe it or not, we have been able to use all that time for the news. And I know that's hard for y'all. It's hard for me. But when we condensed it, we were able to put out more news. Now, believe it or not, we have people who listen to it later, or they listen to it from other platforms, and they're glad I'm not shouting out names. Why? Because I never see their names on iHeartRadio or on TuneIn or on Spotify. I never see their name. So now they feel included. So y'all, come on. It's okay. But while I'm at it, I see Tony, I see Rosanna, and I see Deborah. So good morning to all of you. And I see Elaine Carlton as well. So good morning to all of you. Again, that was a treat today because that's no longer in our lineup. But I decided to throw out some names just to let y'all know I still see you. All right, y'all, whether you are watching live or on replay, Hello to all of you. And I am so glad you decided to tune in. Yes, Deborah, y'all are spoiled. Yes, y'all are spoiled. And I told the team, I shouldn't be going here, but I told the team, now y'all coming in here. Karen is saying, it's okay, we love you. Good morning, Judy Neal. I see y'all. But listen, I told the team, I said, y'all know there's going to be an issue without the shout outs. I said, y'all know it's going to be an issue. And they all said, they'll get over it. And then they said to me, you will too. And I said, oh, but that hurts so bad. And they were like, we'll figure out how to shout out names other places. Now, here's something else, since y'all bringing it up. If you have a business or a nonprofit or you want to promote something, you can contact us and ask us, what that looks like, because News in Motion is looking for sponsors and we're looking for advertisers. And we have our very first long-term sponsor. And I'm so excited. We had been in conversations and talks for a long time. And I'm just so excited. Bam, there it is. This week's sponsor, Luxurious Life. Yep. And there's the website for you to go and visit. We have been in conversation for a long time, talking about our partnership and what that looks like. And y'all know it's no secret. I am Team Isaac, although I do go to other consultants as well. But I am a supporter of Team Isaac, and Latrice Jones and I have been in conversation for a long time about sponsorship and partnership. So this week, and actually she's the rest of this month and all of October as well. But I wanted to take a moment today to officially launch our sponsorship. So there it is. All right, y'all know I'm a little behind. We got to get started with the program. See what happens? I start shouting y'all out. I lose time because I get into it. Let's go, y'all. Yes, and I see you, Diane Ladybug. That's an excellent idea. And I'm going to do it right now without giving each name. I want to give a shout out to all the News in Motion Patreons. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. We have fun. Hopefully you saw the 3-minute and 26-second video I posted on yesterday. I posted that on yesterday in Patreon. Patreon, you're getting a whole lot of information. The video I posted yesterday was dealing with sickle cell anemia, the sickle cell trait, the sickle cell disease, and I'll be sending some more information to our Patreons today. I am looking for Cassandra Tarver in the green room, but I am not seeing her. So Cassandra, if you are on here, the team said they've sent you a few text messages. They're trying to find you. Your link is in your text message and also in the email. So hopefully you will see that soon and jump on here. When you're in there, you got to click to come into the screen. So make sure you're looking at that, Cassandra, if you can hear me. John Gore says, how did it go with the high school students? We had so much fun. We had so much fun, John Gore. Thank you so much for asking that. And of course, News in Motion has been invited back. We have been so excited about this. And I want to share this side note. My daughter is grown. My children are grown. But when my children were in elementary, middle school, I was going to say junior high school, but middle school and high school, there was a connection. I made sure I had a relationship with every teacher. So one of the teachers from Olentangy, she was a part of our magazine. She did part of our mentorship with the magazine we had. She was a part of our summit. And then she has been watching News in Motion. So she's like, hey, why don't you just let me string you into the room and let's talk about some of the issues that are going on. I said, absolutely. So then after that, I went to the classroom. We had a great time. They combined 4 classes yesterday. We had a great time. Several of them who will be turning 18 registered to vote. So yay to that. that. And then other schools, they're now talking about it with other schools. So yeah, I'm so excited about doing it. That's another arm. We see another arm, and that's how you build community. Thank you so much, John Gore, for asking that question. All right, y'all, here's our headlines. Governor Gavin Newsom, he defeats the recall. Now, we might say, yay, good, but come on, Governor Newsom, you got to do better. Yeah, you have to do better. You do. And why do I say that? You can't talk about all these mandates and talk about social distancing, but then show up in a restaurant with like 30 other people and none of you are wearing masks. You can't do that. You can't do that, Governor Newsom, and then get on a plane and go somewhere without a mask. You cannot do that. Governor Newsom, you cannot say that people can't do certain things, but then you go and you and your team go do that. You can't do that. You set yourself up for a recall. That's what you did. You set yourself up for recall. Y'all, the AP, that's the Associated Press, reports it's a win for science, women's rights, and other liberal issues. And it ensures the nation's most populous state will remain in Democratic control as a laboratory for progressive policies. Now, was it a landslide? I think they said right now it's about 30 points, but as they continue to count those votes, that gap will close in. Now, Larry, I cannot think of his last name, the radio host, the conservative who is really give almost neck and neck at some points during the times they were looking at the points and everything to see how close it was. He wasn't too far behind, but he did concede. But then they gave me that previous occupants phrase. He said, we need to look at it, make sure nobody stole. Just shut up. Stop with that. This going back to something I said yesterday, and I believe Lori Williams Wallace said this as well in the chat yesterday. See, this is how we need to start voting. If we start voting right, meaning stop voting down party lines just because you were raised that way, and do your research, we can kill all these two different sides. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Yes, I said it. So this was his quote, Newsom's quote with his acceptance speech, I guess. He said, no, the recall, saying no to recall is not the only thing that was expressed tonight. Newsom said, I was focused on what we said yes to as a state. We said yes to science. We said yes to vaccines. We said yes to ending the pandemic. Once again, Governor Newsom, that all sounds good, but you also have to follow your rules. And I see Cassandra in here, so we'll be getting to her in a few moments. You have to still follow the rules. Demia says the whole nation of a recall is dangerous. You got that right. It is very dangerous, y'all. Now, I want to talk about this right here because y'all, 2022 is less than a half a year away. Okay, 2022. We're almost there. We're rounding out to the end of September. We are almost there. If you have not registered to vote, do it right now. If you have not checked on your registration, do it not right now, right after the show. But do it. It is so important to check to make sure you have not been purged. Make sure your ID and information is up to date. Everything. Y'all, the other day I received, because I told you, I might have been off during this time. But anyway, I noticed that my passport was like set to expire at the end of this month. And y'all know I normally travel, not in a pandemic. So I said, let me get the renewal. So I renewed the passport. So it arrived yesterday. And so when I opened up the package, I was like, what is this? Y'all, the passports are changed a little bit. The inside now is almost like a credit card thickness, an ID thickness, and then you have to sign your name on the page on top of it. But I was looking at it and I said, this is really a different type of card. And it makes me wonder, what is this? And then when I'm reading the information, I can use that, of course, to vote. And they were telling me everything I could use it for and what I couldn't use it for. And then it said in the letter about my vaccine. I said, how y'all know I've been vaccinated? So y'all, they will vet. They will do everything they need to do. And I think things are changing right now. So listen, you have an opportunity to update all of your ID. So now my passport's updated. I need to get my clear updated. I need to get my TSA known number updated. So they already have all my information. So I'm already vetted. Look, I'm on the White House pool, so y'all know I'm vetted. So I'm all updated. But here's the thing that kind of saddened me yesterday. I was like, I have a passport with nowhere to go because I'm not going to fly right now. I'm just not going to do it. But back to voting. If you are not registered to vote, make sure you are registered to vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. Okay, please do that. People in your circle of influence, make sure. Now, here's what happened in California. A recall with as few signatures as they needed to even make that a ballot, to even make that a voting issue. It can happen in every state. Don't think it cannot. It can happen in every state. So y'all, we have to stay awake. Y'all, AP is reporting. Now get this. Now, y'all want to talk about somebody who's doing it? I want y'all to see this image right here. Y'all, AP is reporting Russian feminist runs for Duma to take on domestic violence. Her name, Alyana Popovy. She has fought for years to lobby members of the state Duma to adopt legislation, to protect women without success. So she decided to run herself in the election in which voting begins Friday and it will run through Sunday. The Interior Ministry's official magazine, Russia's Police, reported in 2019 that 1 in 3 murders occurred within family and domestic relations. Violent acts of different kinds happen in 1 out of 4 families, and 70% of crimes within families and households are against women and children. Now, I want y'all to hear this. There are virtually no legal mechanisms to protect people from domestic abuse in Russia. Laws address a wide range of violent crimes, but attempts to create measures that will prevent these crimes from happening have faced resistance from authorities. Yeah, she a bad sister in Russia, rolling up saying, I'm getting ready to run for this office. We're going to stop domestic violence and abuse. Now, if she could do that in Russia, and we have somewhat freedom here. We do have freedom. I'm being funny. We have freedom in the United States. More of us who have a cause, who have a heartbeat or a passion to do a specific thing, we need to start rising up. Seriously. Let's talk about the NFL. Y'all, there's 2 national anthems now. They said, we kind of like this after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Dallas Cowboys. I believe Dallas lost. But anyway, I just wanted to say that because I know there's people on here that's going to come back at me like crazy. But anyway, there's now 2 national anthems. They're going to keep them. Yep. Lift every voice and sing. Now, get this. The league is also allowing players to have the following 6 approved messages appear on their helmet. End racism, stop hate, it takes all of us, Black Lives Matter, inspire change, and say their stories. Oh, that's so good. I got a question, NFL. Where's Colin? Huh? What? Where's Colin? Where's Colin Kaepernick? He's the one that brought all this on, and y'all still won't put him in. That's just crazy. That's okay, because I believe that Colin Kaepernick is making a major change. A major change. I see you, Mike Nicholson, saying, woo, Gail with the shade. Hey, shade is shade. Yeah, Kenny Stanley, I'm not leaving your Cowboys alone. I know Colin's done, but he has made a great mark. He's leaving us an amazing legacy. He did that. He's another one. I'm gonna take a stand. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if you shun me or not. I'm going to say, I'm going to do what I need to do. Yep. Y'all, number 4, Amazon is hiring 125,000 employees. $18 is the average entry salary. That's CNBC that's reporting. Y'all, Apple releases 4 new iPhones. I don't get it. Let me show y'all this. Bam. I thought that was a beautiful image. I was online when they did the unveiling and the conversation behind it. And people are saying, who's going to get an iPhone 13? 13's about, y'all needed to go straight to 14, but y'all didn't, whatever. But y'all, they're doing 4 new iPhone models and 4 and watch series. So 4 new iPhones and watch series. And that image is by Mercer. Thank you, team. Canva raises, and I want y'all to pay attention to this, all you artists out here. Canva raises $200 million. Hello, somebody. 200 mil at a 40 billion at a 40 billion valuation. I'll say that again. Canva raises 200 million at a 40 billion with the B valuation. TechCrunch is reporting this, y'all. Now, Canva has a 2,000 person team. Now, they will use funding to double its workforce next year. Yeah. Their DEI numbers, they freely gave the numbers for females who are representing 42%. However, they refused to give the numbers, the stats around people of color, which should tell you a little something. But get this, if you are an artist, go to TechCrunch, TechCrunch, read the article on Canva, and do what you need to do to submit your artwork. You need to be a part of that 40 billion evaluation. All right, y'all, before I bring on Cassandra Talver, this is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Sickle Cell Awareness Month. I'm going to get it together, y'all. I get so excited when I see people in here. And today, I don't know, I'm just all the way pumped. I woke up like this. So y'all thought I forgot, didn't y'all? Before I go to Cassandra Tarver, I'm going to do a full report on this tomorrow. But I just thought I'd slip it in right now just to let y'all know I've gotten all of y'all's messages. Kenny Stanley was on this like crazy yesterday. Others of you have been as well. We have been digging into this for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Now it's starting to come out. We're able to connect some dots. We've looked at different legislation. I did not see it in the infrastructure bill because I was combing for it. Remember yesterday I was telling you to look for certain words and names and definitions and so forth. So I'm going to say this. Joe, that's a nobody. We need you out of our bank accounts. No, Joe, you done gone too far. Now, if you want to change taxes, go after those who are invading money and hiding money and sending money over in other countries. Now, you want to come after what's going to target Black and brown people with a $600 bank account. You want the banks to start reporting $600 balances. Joe, that's a no. Now, Joe, we know you're not running again. We know you're not. Now, I have my own theory about you, Joe. Since you're not running again, you might try to do anything. But buddy. No, buddy. You can't do that. Now, Joe, we done called you uncle, and we celebrated you when you became president. But I still remember your words up on that stage. You said you owe us. You coming up short right now, and you only been in there less than a year. I'm going to need you to work on that. Now, y'all, this is the time. And again, I'm going to go through this more tomorrow. This is the time to start writing your legislators, your representatives, your Congress people, and say, oh, no. No, you're not about to report my bank account. And y'all, Twitter and Instagram and TikTok with memes are on fire. They are on fire. Talking about they're going to have 50-something bank accounts and put money in all the different bank accounts. They're not going to have a bank account. They're going to go to cryptocurrency. They want to be paid in Bitcoin. Y'all, people going off. They're like, no, Joe. Go after the people you need to go after. Okay, do that. I'm going to do more of that reporting in the morning. But until then, y'all, let's look at this commercial, and I'm going to bring on my girl. Yeah, y'all order your mugs today. I saw you, Pastor Annette, saying, where are they? I'll give y'all that information a little later. But let's get to my girl. Y'all, this is a friend of mine. She is she's so much. She's a serial entrepreneur. Her name is Cassandra Tarver. She is the CEO of Kt-Dtp organization. That stands for Killian, Tarver, Dancing Through the Pain. This is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Y'all know we had her on here once before, but today we're going to go a little bit deeper with some of our questions. One thing that I asked her the other day, which I think was actually yesterday, I said, come on now. I said, I'm 56. I remember in elementary school, maybe kindergarten or first grade, people talking about sickle cell. I said, I have not heard about sickle cell until I met you. And I'm thankful that I've met her. Let me get her on here if I can get the team to get her in here. And there she is. Good morning, gorgeous.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, girl. Good morning.
Beautiful. Got that necklace. Listen, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
Yeah, right. No, I'm trying to be like you. Hey, welcome. I was sharing with everyone, as I shared with you yesterday, at the age of 56, I have not heard much about sickle cell since I was in elementary school until I met you. So we want to jump right in because this is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and I want to hear from you. I got several questions. Hopefully we can get through within the time that we have, but we're going to make this a start. But my first question is, why haven't we been hearing about this?
We haven't been hearing about it because we're not talking about it. It's a disease that affects us. And so in order for us to spread the awareness, to hear about it, to teach our kids about it, to teach anyone about it, it starts with us. And we all know that we have to care about it because nobody else don't. So if we quiet about it, how are you going to hear about it? That's why it's so important to support, to join these movements, to get this awareness out here, to donate blood. That's why it's so important, because this is the disease that affects our community, and it's up to us to start the fight.
To start the fight. I like that. So I pulled some information, of course, because I was reading it like, what? Yes. So let's start here, because I think some people are confused. What is the sickle cell trait?
Okay, so the sickle cell trait is when one parent has the sickle cell gene. So in order for a child to have sickle cell, both parents have to have it, because that child will take a sickle cell gene from their mom and one from their dad, and then that gives them the sickle cell disease.
So like it has to be two parents.
Yes, in order for you to have the sickle cell disease, two parents have to have the sickle cell gene. Now, it is two types of sickle cell. Like I know we was talking yesterday, and we was talking about sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is a form of sickle cell disease. Sickle cell anemia is when a child has the sickle cell gene and then they have another abnormal sickle cell gene, but not so much as two sickle cell genes.
Okay. I see Katrina, she says, let me pull that up here. She says, yes, thank you for doing this. I lost my mother to sickle cell 16 years ago. Please let's get informed. And I think there's so much misinformation out there as well. Because some people are saying, does this only affect Black and brown people?
It doesn't only affect Black and brown people. It predominantly affects Black and brown people. If you have the sickle cell disease, it's more likely for you to get it if you are from an ancestry of African descent. So like you can be Hispanic, and I think the number is like 1 in like 35,000 chance that you will have it. When you're African American or when you Black, every 1 in 35 children born, they have the trait, and then they have the disease. I'm sorry, 1 in every 365 childbirths, African American have the disease, and 1 in 13 have the trait. So it predominantly affects our community.
Wow. So I have all these questions, but I just want to get real with you. Can I?
Yes, ma'am.
What do we need to do as maybe a piece of legislation or going to the school board to start having these conversations again within the school system? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think the first thing that we need to do is we need to be loud. Like you said, sickle cell is so quiet, and even what I've learned as far as I started this journey is that even a lot of sickle cell warriors are quiet about it, because as adults, when they have the disease, they go into the hospitals, they in this pain, and the doctor's just like, oh, well, you're not in pain, ain't nothing wrong with you, you just an addict, you just want some pain pills. So they tend to become quiet about it because they think that people judge them, in which they do at the hospital. But if you know about sickle cell, you know about these pain crises. So I think that what we need to start doing is we need to start getting involved. We need to start being loud. We need to start donating blood. We need to make a noise, because as long as it stay quiet, you know that they're not going to get behind us. You know they're not going to get any funding, and it's going to be no resources allocated to that. So we have to get loud.
And you just said something. I know you're doing something on the 26th of September here in Central Ohio with donating blood with the Red Cross.
That's correct.
And you just mentioned that we need to donate blood. Can you explain why, not just in Columbus, Ohio, but all over, why do we need to donate blood to help those with sickle cell?
Well, when you donate blood, the benefits of donating blood for a sickle cell warrior is that it helps them with their pain crisis. It prevents stroke. It's like the top medicine for their disease. The flip side of it is that it's a blood shortage, and it's a blood shortage in our community, because our community don't like to give blood. I didn't even know this until I started the blood drive, and I was and the Red Cross representative was like, oh, okay, you getting 39 people. I'm like, oh, that's not a problem. So then when I start putting it out there and contacting people like, hey, you want to donate blood? It was like, I don't like needles. Oh no, I'm not donating blood. I'm not getting stuck. So the thing about it is that it is a blood shortage, and the sad part about it is that when a sickle cell warrior go in to get a blood transplant, and some get every 4 months, or maybe even more often than that. If they go in there and they don't have a match to their blood, the doctor cancels their appointment, which sends them into an even more worse pain crisis, because they have to wait until they find a match for their blood before they can go in there and receive their medicine.
So their appointments are being canceled because there's a lack of blood being donated to help those with sickle cell through their pain.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they have no match. And that's why it's important for our community to get out there and donate blood, because they look for the closest match. And I just thought that they maybe gave them some different blood. And so I did my research and found out, I was like, oh, no, they canceled the appointment. They have to come back. So now their body's not getting that blood, especially for those who does it on a continuous basis. Now they're thrown into an even worse pain crisis and waiting for to find a match for their blood. We are the match. We are the cure.
Wow. Katrina Blackwell says, yes, this is very true. Talking about her mother passed away waiting. My gosh, waiting.
That is
Kim Kills asked a question. Is there a certain blood type they need?
They need all blood types. I know that I believe that it's the blood type O that is really rare, and that they really try to get people in with that blood type. But as far as is there a certain type? No, they need all type. They need the closest match, and we are the closest match, and they need all type of blood. Please come out, please donate. If you can't make it to me on the 26th, go to your Red Cross, get in contact with me, hold a blood drive. If you are part of a church, have your church hold a blood drive. Let's get these babies these medicines.
Wow. Real quick, man, we could go on and on and on and on and on. Let's see, Deborah Johnson saying we have to share this information. Patricia says he has 2 cousins and a niece with full-blown. John Gore is saying this Saturday, the Alphas and Zetas are having our annual blood drive at Central Ohio Blood Center on Broad Street. That's in Columbus, Ohio, y'all. If y'all have other information of others in different cities, we have people that are tuning in from all 50 states. Please do so. Kim Edmonds says, I don't like to give blood, but this convicts me to give.
And I'm gonna tell you, Kim, it was the same way for me, because the reason why I started Kt-Dtp is because my brother-in-law, he passed the sickle cell in 2007, and I didn't know anything about it until I met my husband. So I was definitely like, okay, well, why do I know anything about this disease that predominantly affects our community? I was blown back. So even while doing my research and I'm finding out about how important blood is, and with my fear of needles and everything else, I'm gonna go right there and say, here you go, I'm ready.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Thank you for that. Latrice Jones says, is there a difference between donating blood and donating plasma?
Now, it is. I don't want to get too far into that, because I really don't know all the facts. So I don't want to give out misinformation, but I know that plasma is what helps with the bone marrow transplant. There's no cure for sickle cell, but you have some, like my niece, she had 2 bone marrow transplants, which are very dangerous, which sometimes don't take. That's why she had 2, but she needed a plasma. Now, I do believe that donating it and getting it checked is the same as donating the blood, but it's different, and I just don't want to get into anything that I don't know the facts or give you misinformation, but it is.
Thank you for that. And y'all, I want to say this also for both myself and for Cassandra. Cassandra is not a registered nurse. She's not an LPN. She's not a doctor. She's coming as a CEO of an organization that is bringing about sickle cell awareness. Now, Cassandra, how can people get in touch with you? You have a lot going on. You're traveling all throughout the country. How can people get in touch with you? And if Marion or somebody on here could put the information in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it.
You can definitely follow my handles on Facebook and Instagram and send me a message. It's Kt-Dtp Sickle Cell Awareness. You can email me and visit our website at kt-dtp.org. My Facebook page is open. You can shoot me a message. Any way that you need to get in touch with me, I'm open. Inbox me, email me, go to my website, go to one of my handles. You want to get involved, I'm here for you, and we're going to do it together. So I'm pretty much easy to get in contact with.
All right, and Cassandra, afterwards, if you would go into the chat and put all that information down there. Now, you also have Soul Wars. Let's talk about that real quick before we sign out of here today.
Oh, yeah. Soul Wars is a cooking competition that we started last year to raise money for sickle cell warriors and for the support and for their awareness. And it's a cooking competition. You have 2 rounds. The first round, you have 10 contestants face off. The finale is like a big deal. So at the finale, we have the last finale. We had Quan Hao, the live band. We had a DJ. I mean, it was just beautiful. It was a cookout, and that was the theme of it, was grilled food. If you're not in Columbus, Ohio, we're willing to come to you to do the Soul Wars. We're going on our way to Atlanta next month to collab with a nonprofit down there to bring Soul Wars to Atlanta, and then we're having another one in April. I don't know if anybody is aware of the NBA reunion hosted by the HBCU Classic, but we was affiliated with them for our last event, and they called and wanted us to be affiliated with them for their event in April. So we're moving, Gail.
I know you're moving. Look, y'all, when she teased me, I wasn't in town for the HBCU Classic. She teased me and said, girl, I had a suite. I was like, what? So yeah, so I'm going to keep rolling with Cassandra because she gets sweet. She gets it like that. Well, thank you, Cassandra Talver, for joining us today and for giving us this information. I appreciate you greatly. Y'all, we will make sure her information will be in the thread so that you can participate or check your local sickle cell nonprofits in your city or state. If you want to learn more information, do reach out to her. Again, Cassandra, I say thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, if you are on Patreon, you're going to get several pieces of information about sickle cell. You're even going to get a huge printout. So if you're on Patreon, it is there. If you're looking to serve, to join us on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/news in motion. All right, y'all, our MIM message, our ministry in motion message for today. Be still. There's a lot that's going on, y'all. There's a lot that's going on. And I'm calling on all of us just to be still. And I know you're tired of me talking about it, but being still for 31 days in August was a game changer for me. It really was. My self-care time, putting myself first, learning how to say no, even to my children. Hello, somebody. Just learning how to be still, taking the time, looking at what it is I was eating, making sure I was getting enough water, shutting out all the distractions and the noise. Be still. Y'all, be still is so powerful. Be still. Be still. Hear the wind blow. That's being still. Being still, even after maybe you're frustrated or you're finding yourself angry, just be still. You will find that there is such a stillness. There is such a mighty stillness. When you start breathing, and we've done breathing exercises on here before, but when you start breathing and you can hear your breath, you can hear yourself breathing in and then breathing out. and you do that for about a minute, it changes the atmosphere. Something, the paradigm shifts. Something happens when you're still. When you're still, you start asking yourselves questions. I'm going to be transparent right here. And my prayer is that this will bless you. On yesterday, I now have one of those, and you might see it, I think it's back there. The thing that you turn upside down, the sand goes through. I don't know what it's called. Can't think of it. But anyway, mine is 90 minutes. So I decided yesterday, it's not just decoration in my office. I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to let the sand start falling. For 90 minutes, I said, what am I going to accomplish in 90 minutes? So I started taking on some things that I had been avoiding for a minute. And I reached out to a particular company that I have been wanting to reach out to for a while now to be a sponsor of News in Motion. Now that we have our financial series going, I said, I'm going to do this today. So I did it. And within 20 minutes, they responded back saying, let's meet. So we'll meet later on today. Yeah, we will do that later on today. So after the response of the email, and I'm being very transparent, I asked myself this question. What took me so long to send this email? What took me so long to make this connection? And as I sat there in the stillness and the quietness in my office, and I was looking at the sand go through, I said, was I afraid of receiving a rejection? Yeah, I'm putting that out there, y'all. See, but when we're still, we can ask ourselves that question. When we're continuing to keep moving and there's chaos and there's so much going on around us, we will allow those things to be a distraction and to stop us from moving forward because we're filling it with other stuff that doesn't amount up to much of anything. And I said, was it fear? Was I afraid of them saying no? And so what if they did? But I had to come face to face with, why did it take me so long to send this? So now I'm going to ask you, what is it that you want to do that you have not done for whatever reason? Once you identify what that is, I am calling you today to be still long enough to get an answer. All right, y'all, I am Gail Dudley. This has been your News in Motion. You want to come back here tomorrow because we're going to talk about Joe and this $600 bank account. Until then, let's make moves.